So, it's been a year. Exactly 1 year ago today, on the 19th of October 2024, I made a leap of faith. I left my job to start a YouTube channel. It was a whole thing. And you know what? I'd say it hasn't been half bad. Now, I know calling it a leap of faith seems a little overdramatic, but at the time, that's exactly what it was to me. I was feeling isolated, burnt out, and I didn't really have anything going on that was actually fulfilling, if that makes sense. And without wanting to get too heavy or venting on main, I saw no light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, at the time, it was a leap of faith into the unknown, the great do-over, and man, what a do-over it was. If you've been around for a while, welcome back. And if you're new here, hi, I'm James. And, well, I'm not the guy behind that counter anymore. Let's go from the top. I've said this before, but I've wanted to start a YouTube channel since I was quite young. I spent a lot of time on the platform as a kid and watched a lot of videos. This place was, to me, a true, actual, genuine fountain of creativity, budding with ideas and potential and creators. Genuine, actual creators, people like you and me, and not massive media companies or networks or AI brain rot content farm slop, and I wanted to be a part of it. Problem is, I didn't know how. I started a channel when I was around 12 to review Sonic figures. That was inspired by channels like Supersonic Boom, and unfortunately that channel is lost media. And in 2013 or 14, I started uploading videos onto this channel, under a different name, but you know. And we've got an exclusive clip from one for you right now.
Hello.
I really liked those videos at the time, but you know, times change, and towards the end of high school, I deleted everything. Hit the proverbial big red button and wiped the slate clean, and at the risk of sounding overzealous, gave up on my dream. Which, well, obviously, you know, I've since given up. You can do that. You are allowed to do that. But between then and now, yeah, the fountain of creativity dried up. People, companies, entities started getting onto this platform for all the wrong reasons, and I reached a stage as a viewer and an audience member where I was ready to swear off YouTube, kind of for good. A lot of the creators that I'd looked up to for so long either quit or became embroiled in controversies or started chasing the next viral trend, the next big thing, in the hopes of gaming the system and getting a one-way ticket to algorithmic success. And in doing so, they lost their spark. That personal touch from people like you and me just vanished. And for a long time, that was it. I got a degree, I got a job, I worked on a bunch of stuff, films, ads, photo shoots, etc. But I'd hit a point where I was just over it all. For a bit of context, from around January to July sort of time last year, I wrote and directed this film project that really took the wind out of my sails. I bit off way more than one guy could chew, and while the crew and the cast were phenomenal, and I wouldn't change it for the world, I burnt out so spectacularly hard that by the end of it, I was close to giving up on everything. But don't take my word for it, take my word for it from the past. Ooh, going back in time. On a particularly bad day, one of my friends suggested that I just turn on my camera and talk to it, and I did just that.
I'm burnt out. I have burnt myself out. Wanting to move on to something else, wanting to start another project is incredibly daunting right now. It's just a big mental roadblock. Like I've run up to a big brick wall and I'm just staring at it. Like, what do I do about this? And there's very clear ways around it, right? You can like in this imaginary scenario, this brick wall is just in the middle of a field. For whatever reason, I've run up to it. And I'm just there like, well, I can't go around it. I can't go over it. I can't go through it. So I'm stuck. Yeah. Which, now that I actually verbalize it, sounds really, really dumb. And maybe it is dumb.
And, well, here we are now. That little video diary was one of a few seeds that was planted that year, along with meeting beat-em-ups. Just casually, probably the biggest one. It was such a weird day. This guy came into the shop, I vaguely recognized him, and I was like, where do I know this guy from? And I asked what he was up to, and he said, oh, I have a YouTube channel. And from there, we just got talking. I was talking about some of my film projects, he was talking about running his channel, and some of the things he was saying really, really caught my interest. It might have been a coincidence, or it might have been a sign. One of the biggest hurdles that I had to get over was this absolutely crippling sense of self-doubt. You can kind of tell in my earlier videos, but I was not naturally confident. I'd been knocked down a peg or 10 throughout my life, and my self-image and self-worth at the time was at an all-time low. I had all these fears that my friends, my loved ones, people close to me secretly hated me. And I know that sounds overdramatic, and I know for a fact that's not true, but the idea of getting in front of the camera again terrified me. Actually, genuinely terrified me. But I still did it, and it's been pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. With the benefit of hindsight, I really do think leaving that job was the right move for me. I know I was all like, oh, I'm gonna miss getting paid to sit back and play video games, and like, yeah, in a way that's still true, but the feeling of getting a comment that says, hey, this made my day, outweighs that 1,000-fold. Without wanting to sound hyperbolic or to up myself, the last 12 months have been one of the best years of my entire life. I still don't know what niche I'm filling with this channel. It would be so easy to focus on one specific thing, one specific topic or game, or I don't know. I know I've kind of developed my own style over the last year, but even then, it's still constantly evolving and changing. I mean, look at my web fishing video from the start of this year compared to some of my more recent stuff. It's night and day, at least to me. If you've been seeing my community posts or my Twitter feed, you'll have seen that I've started streaming on Twitch. It's still early days there, but it's another avenue where I can connect with you guys. I'm also looking at a few other things, like a Discord or a Patreon, or some kind of way to give the people that want to see behind the curtain a look into the process. I'm still not 100% on those, but if or when that changes, I'll let you know. I'm not gonna break down every single video that I've made this year. That might be a story for another day. Maybe not, I don't know, I just work here, and like, I can say that. I'm not here to gloat or talk numbers or go, look how well this video did, because that's not me, but I did get into the YouTube Partner Program this year, and a few months back, I got my first ever paycheck from YouTube. It wasn't much, it was like $100, and I haven't made much more since, but it was so surreal. This dream that I have dreamt since I was a child, suppressed and gave up on as a teenager, is now something that, as an adult, I'm living. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Whether you've been here from day one, whether you've joined me along the way, whether you like, comment, subscribe, or just watch, you guys take time out of your day, your schedule to sit down and engage with my silly little videos. Whether you're on your phone or on your tablet or on your computer or on your TV while you're on the bus or the train or with friends or in your rooms or wherever, and that is incredible. Even if you don't watch all of my videos, even if you've just seen one or hell, part of one, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. It means so much to me. If the first year of this channel was a leap of faith, the second is a commitment. It's not about making the jump anymore. Now, it's about building something where we've landed. There have been some videos this year that have done really, really well, and I am so grateful that the algorithm deemed those worthy, but I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm not in it for the numbers or the money or the fame. When I started out, I was posting to no one, expecting nothing. I set out to do one thing and one thing only. Create stuff that's unique to me. Videos that I can put out into the world, look back on, and go, yeah, I made that.
And I feel like that's why people should make movies or make games or do any kind of creative thing, they shouldn't be doing it for money or for fame or for like some ulterior motive. They should be doing it for themselves. And that might be my main takeaway from this whole thing, is that, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how the whole thing has gone. I've done right by me. And that is all I can do.